So today's video I'm going to be doing handheld systems. The reason why I want to do handheld systems for this video is because I've noticed a lot of people are showing handheld systems lately. So I decided to um, do a video showing my own handheld systems and talking about them. Now, before I start, for those of you who have subscribed to my channel and wondered why I haven't been posting, it's because I have not had very much ideas. So for the past few years, yes, I've been uh, a little new to YouTube. So if any of you have ideas for new videos, comment below. Now, the first thing I'm gonna start with handheld. I'm gonna be like most videos, talk about what they are and talk about what they are. So I'm gonna start with the Game Boy Color. Now, I do not have like all the Game Boys. I'm trying to get them all. I mean, I do not. I've been trying to find the original one from '89. So like the fat calculator one with the screen and buttons. Now this Game Boy Color. It's despite no backlight, it's not the worst, but at the same time, it's not the best. So now it is, as you can see, it's backwards compatible to the original Game Boy games. And when you turn it on, so yeah, you can see as long as there's light. And this was the system that came out after they started to use color. I mean, that's why it's called the Game Boy Color. Now, moving on. Next, I have the Game Boy Advance SP. This came like after the original Game Boy Advance. This actually fixed the backlight issue with Game Boy Advance, because I had a Game Boy Advance at first, but it had no backlight, so it was kind of annoying because I had to point it at light in order to play. So I mean, it was kind of annoying. So I switched to an SP because it had a backlight, so it was easier to play even in the dark. And plus, batteries is a waste of money if you can charge it. So yeah, that's all my Game Boys so far. This model is backwards compatible to not only Game Boy Color, but the original Game Boy. And when you play original Game Boys in this and color, there's actually color in it. The downside, though, is not all Game Boy Colors, and I don't think any of the original Game Boy games can save progress. So every time you have to start over, which it's kind of annoying to me, but Game Boy Color and the original Game Boy has been a little more difficult to play than Game Boy Advance, because you can only do so much with like controls, unlike these. So now moving on to the next thing I'm going to show is the PSP. Now, I did have a Vita at first. Well, I've had a Vita for a few years, but wasn't much left for me for the Vita. There wasn't really much left for the Vita when it comes to games because they didn't really have very many games. Um, so, which I'm gonna get to that in a minute. But uh, um, this actually is a good system. I only managed to find like 10 games when it comes to like Star Wars, Harry Potter, I mean, and it kind of and Lego games and Spider Man. But um, it seems it seems like they put PSP on. It seems like they've made more PSP movies than games. I could be wrong. You can tell me that in the comments if you'd like. Because I bet you there's probably more people who play PSP than because I never really got into PSP until like a few years ago. I've never really gotten into handheld systems until like a few years ago. Now, now the one thing I can tell you is that this thing has a memory card. These things do have like a memory card, so like an SD card. It only holds so much memory, but only because now, now the reason, now what I mean by that is Um, if you put like a 4 gig SD card in, either some games will not save on this, or it just won't play. So like, so like for an instance, um, I've had a couple games like, um, so I've had like the first Spider-Man 2 on PSP, and that one wouldn't save, and um, Harry Potter Goblet of Fire for PSP wouldn't play, so like so it would show like the PSP logo and then nothing else. It was like it froze. So um, so I tried switching my SD card to like a 1 gig instead of a 8 gig. No, no, not 8 gig, 4 gig, and now it plays my PSP games a little better now. Um, I managed to find like a few more for PSP and the Vita, but they're for me they're still not really much out there. Now, when I when I realized that there wasn't really much games out there for the Vita, I wanted to like switch systems, and the Switch came out, and I realized it was all just Mario related stuff most of the time, and it was like $300. I mean, for a handheld, that's a lot of money, but at the same time, for like a system on a TV, that's not much. So I think that's actually balance. But um, when I got rid of my Vita and got a different system, I decided to switch to the 3DS XL, and I would say if you I would say it is a bet it is a better if you had to choose between the Vita and the 3DS XL, I would say a 3DS XL is a better idea. And despite the graphics not being as good as a Vita, but it's also like backwards compatible to the original DS, so you can actually like get more games out of this, like a lot more games. I've managed to find like almost like 40 games, and that's mostly the original DS. Now, this is not backwards compatible to Game Boy Advance, unless, well, they say unless you like buy a Game Boy game on the store, but the shop sucks. From what I've seen, there's really not very many games. Now, um, so that still have one more handheld to show, and I completely forgot. 1 second. Now, the last handheld system that I would that I'd like to show is, now this became like very popular when it came out, and I knew that they had like a Switch Lite, but this is the original Nintendo Switch. First, it's a handheld system where you can like play it on a TV, but also take it on the go. So you like just pull the tablet out. Now this was like $300. Now for a handheld, that's like a lot of money, but at the same time, it's actually balanced. So at the same time, it's not. It's pretty cheap for a system on the TV. So it's like perfectly balanced. Now I don't have a Switch Lite. Now what I can say about that is that it's like $200, and it defeats the purpose of the name Switch because because the Switch Lite's just a handheld system. It's not something you can just put it on the TV and then pull it out like this. The Switch Lite is just a handheld system. My personal opinion, I think they should change the name if they're just going to make it a handheld system. But yeah, But yes, these are all the handheld systems. These are all the handheld systems that I wanted to show. I hope you like this video. Comment below and subscribe to my channel. Give me give me some ideas of what I could do next. So yeah, bye.